Today's protest is organized by transitioning.org, for those of you who may not know. Transitioning.org was started by my good friend, Mr. Gilbert Goh. He started it to help unemployed Singaporeans who have been retrenched, and Singaporeans who have suffered effects of their entrenchment. Well, Gilbert has told me in the course of his help to these unemployed Singaporeans, he has also got to handle marital problems that has cropped up because the breadwinner has been retrenched. So he has also become a marriage counselor. Now, you have all heard our message. Really, this is the biggest crowd in post-war Singapore, non-political forum. Go back and spread our message. Talk to your friends. Talk to your relatives. Talk to your mother. Talk to your fathers, your grandfather, your grandmother. Talk to your colleagues in your place of work. The message you have heard today. Help us spread the word. We are not against, especially your foreign friends, and especially those who have acquired citizenship. Tell them that they are welcome, but spread the message that we are driving across today. We are not against them, but we are against that this policy will not be good for the future and our children's future. With that, I would like to call upon the last speaker of the day. He is none other than Mr. Tan Jee Say.
Hello, fellow Singaporeans and friends. It is so good to see so many of you here in this weather. Let me start by first saying that my fellow speakers and I are not xenophobic. We are not against foreigners who come here to contribute to our economy and improve our quality of life. In fact, we welcome these people. What Singaporeans are concerned with are the negative effects of overcrowding, which impacts all of us, including foreign workers and professionals who are already here. Even they are feeling the overcrowding. But over and above the crowded trains, traffic jams, and other inconveniences, there is a far more important reason why we have come out here today. With this white paper, the government will completely change the character of our nation. Not just over the next 18 years, but forever thereafter. It will reduce Singapore to a business entity without a soul. A hotel, not a home. To have a soul, we need to preserve the strong Singaporean identity that has been painstakingly built up by our forefathers and ourselves over the last 47 years. The white paper projected that half the people of Singapore will be citizens, including new citizens. Half is not enough, because in the event of a crisis, the other non-Singaporean half will pull in a different direction. It is hard to keep our Singaporean identity when less than half of us have shared the experience of national service. Either as servicemen ourselves, or in the case of our women, with their brothers, sons, and husbands. Is it too late now to do anything, since Parliament has already approved the white paper? No, it is not. We must raise our objections early, strongly, and frequently. The government has not faced anything like a rally like this before. They are finally hearing the people talk. That is why we are all here today. Why did the government rush through the paper before it has cleared the mess created by the current infrastructure problems? Are they really doing it to give us a better life as they claim? If so, why are we Singaporeans not feeling that, but somehow sense that something is seriously wrong and that they have a different agenda up their sleeves? Why are we so skeptical about the government's real motives? The government said the key objective of the white paper is to generate economic growth and jobs for Singaporeans. But this economic case has been challenged by 4 eminent economists. These gentlemen are not your ordinary economists. They include a university professor and 3 economists who have held senior positions in government previously, one of whom is the former chief economist of GIC. What they said carries a lot of weight, and it is highly critical of the white paper. They have systematically pointed out the flaws in the government's economic arguments. We have not heard any counter-arguments from economists in the cabinet. Their silence is deafening. So what are the real reasons? I can tell you they have nothing to do with giving ordinary Singaporeans a better life. How can our lives be better with more foreign workers when in the last decade they have depressed our wages and taken away jobs of our middle managers and professionals? They have also widened the income gap between rich and poor greatly. Singapore now has the 2nd highest income inequality in Asia. So while ordinary Singaporeans are worse off, those at the top have become very rich. When wages are depressed by foreign workers, profits of companies go up, benefiting business owners and senior executives. That's why the business groups have lobbied strongly against restrictions on foreign labor. And with each increase in the profits and bonuses of senior managers and professionals, the benchmark for minister salaries goes up too. So, ministers' pay can go up even when the wages of ordinary workers go down. Who will they listen to? The workers like you and me, or the business groups? But wealth is only one side of the coin of greed. The other side is power. And that is the objective of the second part of the white paper. Up to 25,000 new citizenships will be given up to foreign professionals and workers every year. There is absolutely no economic reason to convert them to citizens. That's right! As they can continue to contribute to Singapore's economy without becoming citizens. That's right! The only reason to give them citizenship is political, not economic. That's right! New citizens tend to vote for the government of the day. Just look at what is happening in East Malaysia. 130,000 new citizens voted in the 2011 general election, representing 6.32% of the total vote. Without them, PAP's share of the national vote would have dropped to below 54%. And several more constituencies would have been lost to the opposition. With 25,000 new citizens a year for the 5 years to 2016, there will be another 125,000 new citizens, accounting for 5 to 6% of the national vote, together with 60% they had in GE 2011. This gives the PAP a buffer of 15 to 16% before its share drops below 50%. It is a very high hurdle for the opposition to overcome. At the constituency level, new citizens give the government an additional tool to gerrymander. New citizens can be added in sufficient numbers to save vulnerable constituencies. So, the white paper can help and will help the PAP maintain its grip on the government without having to care for Singaporeans' well-being. In the next 5 to 10 years, our quality of life will drop. 90,000 new foreign workers will come in every year. They will crowd us out of MRT trains, buses, shopping malls, restaurants, food courts, hawker centers, and even hospitals. Roads will be dug up to lay new MRT lines, build more stations, more schools, more facilities. There will be inconveniences all over. Is this the kind of place we want to live in? No! The government will say we have to make sacrifices to enjoy economic growth. They will tell you that if you do not allow more foreign workers to come, there will be no economic growth, no jobs for our people. This is a blatant lie. Without the additional foreign workers, our workforce will still grow by about 0.5%. With productivity increase of 2 to 3%, our GDP can rise by around 2.5 to 3.5 a year. This is a good rate of growth for a mature economy like ours. The additional foreign workers will raise the GDP growth rate by another 1% or so. But this marginal increment will bring along huge social costs. Are we so desperate that we have to put up with these enormous social disturbances? Just for another 1% growth? Surely not. We want to protect our quality of life for us and for our children. And the best way to do so is to grow at our own pace by growing our local workforce naturally and increasing their productivity. We need to expand our domestic labor pool to help strong Singaporean companies. The government must be much more aggressive in encouraging more Singaporeans to join the workforce. I do not agree with the authorities that our labor force participation rates cannot be increased further. We can and should try out new measures. One big step is to introduce a minimum wage. Why must we be the odd man out in not having a minimum wage when our competitors in the region have it and do not suffer adverse effects from it? We must remove practices that discourage work, such as reducing the salaries of older workers and removing their medical benefits. Employers could be more generous towards the older folks and working mothers by offering part-time employment on favorable terms. But we must do much more, like the Scandinavian countries with their full suite of benefits and incentives to encourage women to set up families. Free or highly subsidized childcare support and education from preschool to university. Free healthcare. The recently announced package of family incentives is not adequate. Only a comprehensive and robust social safety net combined with generous employment terms for working mothers will inspire confidence in our women that their children will grow up in strong and financially secure families. Singapore can afford to do so. Better to use our huge government surpluses to help Singaporean families than to spend them on building infrastructure facilities to accommodate more foreign workers.
That's right!
With the restriction of foreign labor, some companies were shut down and move out of Singapore. We need not be unduly worried. Resources will be freed for companies higher up on the value chain to set up shop here.
That's right!
We do not need more labor-intensive industries here in Singapore. In fact, we can take this opportunity to invest in sectors for the long-term good of Singapore.
Yes!
I have identified 5 key sectors
You're still here.
in my $60 billion National Regeneration Program. 2 major sectors are schools and hospitals, which will provide good and noble jobs in teaching, nursing and healthcare. Investing in these sectors will lay solid foundations for generating these and many more stable jobs to Singaporeans in the next 20 to 30 years. We have more than sufficient funds in our national reserve to support this economic program. So do not fear about being left behind by companies moving out of Singapore because they could not get low-wage workers.
Let them go.
The key to solving Singapore's population problems is productivity growth. The government has grappled with this issue for 34 years, from 1979, when it initiated the wage correction policy to restructure the economy away from heavy dependence on foreign workers to developing a productive and skilled workforce. The Prime Minister himself has been intimately involved in this national effort since he became a government minister in 1985, 28 years ago, when he also chaired the Economic Committee to provide long-term solutions to Singapore's economic problems. After 34 years and billions of dollars spent on education and training, Singapore is still stuck with low productivity and heavy reliance on foreign workers. The Prime Minister has failed the nation. His government has the wrong priorities and goes for easy options to boost GDP. It allowed casinos and opened the floodgates to massive inflows of foreign workers. With these two measures, his government has undone more than 30 years of painstaking effort by Singaporeans to upgrade the economy. This white paper will send us further down the pit. We require strong medicine, not soft options. Singaporeans are prepared to accept strong measures. We have suffered enough to know that the solution to overcrowded and falling infrastructure is not more crowding.
That's right!
We are not stupid. This country needs strong leaders with a clear vision to lead us forward. Not teary, apologetic men who lost their way. This job is for a strong man. If you cannot take the heat, get out of the kitchen. Make way for a new Prime Minister. With a new team of competent ministers. If not, the people will have no choice but to vote for regime change. Fellow Singaporeans, we have less than 3 years to put things right. Go and tell your family, relatives and friends, including new citizens, how wrong this white paper is. And the only way to stop it is to vote for change of government. We don't have much time left to spread the message. Keep up the pressure until we see real change.
Thank you very much. fellow Singaporeans, thank you very much indeed. We in transitioning.org is very heartened with such fervent, passionate support. Please bear with us, we have one last item on our agenda. We shall show our loyalty to our country. We will sing the national anthem. Sing it with spirit and vigor. Yes. Please stand. Will all speakers please come to the stage? And I have here Miss Orienta Effendi, who will lead us in singing with her beautiful voice.
Hello, Singaporeans! That's not enough. Hello, Singaporeans! I had a very difficult task at the side there because I brought with me two very important guests, and these are my children. And as I sat there, they asked me, Mommy, why are there so many people? And why are they so angry? And why are they here? So I said to them, they are here for you. And they're going to make sure that 17 years from now, when you're in your 20s, you will be in a happy place. And so before I sing the anthem, there's one word that I just said, and I'd like you to sing that word out loud. Yes, we know what majulah means, but we forget that in the first few lines of the anthem, it says, Mari kita rakyat Singapura, that's us. Sama-sama menuju, move forward. What's the next word? Bahagia. So let's end on that note, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand and sing with me with this newly arranged, slightly slower pace, evocative arrangement of Majulah Singapura. Let's go, Singapore.
Thank you. And now, at this very last moment, Mr. Gilbert Gold, our organizer, would like to say a few words of thanks. Mr. Gold.
I wish to thank a lot of people behind this event. It's not just me, frankly speaking. The many volunteers that are here helping to make this event a success. Many of them have sacrificed time, many have given money. Many have put in a lot of efforts to make this an event that is memorable, and a lot of you here will be part of history making. Because since post-independent days, no protest event has gathered more than 1,000 people. But I'm glad to announce that right now there are 4,000 to 5,000 people here. You make it happen. You bring history today into this event. When I organized this event, I was only preparing for 200 people. A friend of me told me, "You are wasting time, Gilbert." Yes. Singaporeans are kiasi, kiasu, and they are cowards. My friend has to eat his words. Because you are brave. Because you are part of history. Because you are fed up and frustrated. I will want to end here because it's getting to 7, and I don't want the authorities to come after us. There's a petition that's set up behind us. There's 5,000 of you here. So if you sign the petition, it will probably be about 10 p.m. So we will want some of you who can do it to sign over there. But we want to put this online so that you can participate in this historic occasion. A lot of you have told my volunteers, you want to give money. We need money. This event costs about $5,000. But a businessman has donated the money. I will not want to reveal the name. Singaporeans are very generous. That is for a good cause. So donation boxes will be placed behind. If you want to give money, give it. If you want to walk away, we also want to bless you. Right, this is a united event. I see a lot of foreigners here. I thank you for coming. Our foreign friends are still our friends. We want to embrace you. Right. Like I say, I do not want to end this historic moment, but time is against us. After this, there will be a press conference, so the press can stay here. Right, the speakers behind me will be lined up here. The press conference will last about an hour. Right, we do not want to go beyond that. Is it okay? Because I think a lot of us are rather tired. Well, I haven't really slept much the past week organizing this event, but I'm very happy. I'm very happy and very, very heartened. Right behind. Okay, the petition table is right behind the MRT estate area. Right. So thank you, Singapore, from the bottom of our heart. Thank all the speakers too, all those beautiful speakers here. Thank them very much. Right, we are part of the team. It's a team effort. Right, thank all the speakers. Good night, Singapore! Bye-bye.